hottest radio station.
This is Skyynet Radio.
Now, if you don't know, now you know.
About time for me to say good afternoon to each and everybody out there, all you Skynetians, Skytorians, Facebookians, and I want to welcome my sister back, man. Sy must know Franse accent. A Franse accent. You must know what they say about the Franse here in Cape Town, right?
Die Franse volle of nie?
Ja.
Hy is al wat ek weet is van die Frans.
Ja, sy weet in die Kaap is er iets oor die Franse, né? Ja. Ja. Die Franse Sabella Nini. Yeah, Sabella Nini.
Okay.
How are you doing, my darling?
I am doing amazing.
Awesome, man. Awesome having you back, man.
Thank you, man.
When last did I see you?
6-7 months ago.
7 months ago, and you're back home.
Claro. Sí, claro. That means yes, clearly. In Spanish.
Okay. I'm getting a French education here now. You know. Spanish. Okay. The only song I know is Femme Fatale, Santo Paz.
That's French.
Is that French?
That's French.
Okay. So, Kimi, I want you to tell us about your experience out there in La España. Yeah. First and foremost, how did you get there? What came about that you could actually go there?
Bruh, you know what? It was literally references and friends that are working there already in Spain, and I've been working there for quite a few years.
Okay.
And I had just been in a space in my life where I needed to get the hell out of here. But I also wanted to do what I still enjoy and what I still love, which is singing and performing and entertaining. And then I was lucky enough to be connected with an agency that gave me a contract to work there for 6 months. And I've been there for 6 months doing my thing and absolutely loving it. Well, the majority of the trip was amazing, and there are some cons which I'd like to get into a bit later.
Yeah.
But that's purely just because I like to empower people.
Yeah.
If I can get more people that can do what I can do, then I'm happy.
Yeah.
Because dan bou ons die nasie.
Ja, nee, ons mos alles oorso mense mos.
Ja, maar jy kan nie ookie Jy kan nie ook iets verkeerd sien nie en nie iets sê nie, because then you're not building the nation, you're taking us back to
Where we
the
come
stuff
from,
we
yeah.
overcame
Yeah,
already,
yeah.
you know.
So whatever you saw that was
See.
wrong, you got to educate our people out there that has that dream of going overseas.
Definitely.
No matter where they're going, you know,
Yeah.
the States or whatever.
Yeah.
You had some experiences that you would like to share with us,
Yeah.
and to make our people aware
Yeah.
of what's happening out there, especially in the music industry.
Yeah.
So I would love you to share a bit of that with me, man. But first and foremost, before we go there, tell me about those people out there.
Man, all I can say is it is so refreshing to meet people from other countries
Yeah.
who, in your little South African mind, you have put on a kind of pedestal as having a better life than what we have, because we were just discussing it inside. You know, like as a South African, you check it out. I mean, just it's like you have 1 or 2 months respite en dan weet jy daar se weer ek kry
Ja, die eiers is duur hier in die Kaap.
Verstaan jy? Nee, ek het R100 betaal vir 2 biere Woensdag. Ek is siek tot my mag. Siek. Ek kan dit nie glo nie. You know?
Only in Cape Town.
Yeah,
only
well-
in South Africa, you know.
Yeah, in Spain we pay like what 290 euros, and I think €1 is about 21 rand at the moment now. So it's
Yeah.
still even cheaper than in South Africa, which is scary. So it just means that our currency is not doing very well right
Yeah.
now. But you know what? That's the point that I wanted to make. We think that we're not doing well, but when you go to another country and you put things into perspective and you realize that they're actually not also kind of doing that well.
They're not
you know?
doing well
But
either,
it's
yeah.
all about perspective and how you you manage the situation and how you make choices.
Yeah.
Is it stuff that you can live with, or are you gonna come back home and say, nah, I'd rather must stay here because maar daar as pros en as cons.
Yeah.
Maar kan jy met dit lewe?
Yeah.
You know, because that is no right or wrong to that also.
What are those people like, man? You know, we had a discussion earlier on before going on air,
Yeah.
and sy het gesê hulle is Nessie Colours.
Nee, richtig, no? Very passionate people. Very, very passionate people. And in fact, when I was there in my first month,
Do you think that us colours are passionate?
Adil,
Ons is
Regtig?
twee gevriet, ja.
nee, maar dis twee different stories, man. Twee gevriend en passionate is twee different stories. Passionate is as jy gee jou alles as jy iets
Ja,
doen,
I
as jy
hear you.
praat, as jy sit dans, as jy sing, as jy skel, as
Ja.
jy liefde maak, alles is passionate.
Passionate.
verstaan?
En ek like sy stukkie at die skel. Ja, ons skel seriously.
Mos.
With a passion.
No, hulle is ook
With a
so.
passion.
Hulle is ook so. Hulle
Oh.
staan nie terug nie. But they also very straightforward, which I appreciated because ek is mos so.
My
You'd
kind of
rather
people.
talk, tell me to my face.
Straight
and
talk, no insult.
Yeah.
Ja.
Phone vir my man. No?
Ja.
Nie stroon praat nie. Phone vir
Ja.
my.
Moet jy gaan Lima gaan sê
Ja.
Kim was so gewees.
So,
Yes.
so, kos sê vir Kim.
Love that, man.
Anyway, so like in the beginning, nou kom ek mos met nou by die Cape Town. Want ek mos
Cape
niemand
Town
vertel van jou nie. Jy
Nee.
wat het jy gesê?
Ek is 'n Kaapenaar, ja.
Praat jy so met my?
Ja.
Oh no, laat ek gou van
Kyk,
jou
kyk,
So.
die American van die sê en hy nek.
So. But you know, there was a lot of, because I said there's a lot of South Africans that have been working there for
Yeah.
years, and youngsters that literally put me in school and said,
Okay.
you know what, Kim, and these are people that have seen me in Cat and the Kings
Ja.
and have started their careers because of that show.
Ja, ja.
So now coming over as a
En sy sê ou
a
roeke mos man.
legacy.
Ja, en nou
So lack of a better word.
nou leer weer.
Ja. Maar die ding is, jy moet opwys om te leer. You're never too old to learn.
Ja.
And especially when you're traveling, you can't afford to be closed-minded because you're not in your own country.
Ja.
So you either adapt or you die. However, there are certain things that you don't need to adapt to. There are certain things morally and value-wise that I believe we've fought too hard for to versak now.
Ja.
You know.
Wat sê jy
because-
so?
Want ek sweet vir my hier so as die hot
Oh, ek het
flushes.
gedink die trane gaan kom nog.
Ek dink ek is weer in die
You're going
Spain.
to lose a few kilos in here today.
Yeah,
Listen,
man.
darling, I already lost 11 k's. Can I say that on radio? 11 k's in Spain. That's fun sweet because
Yeah.
it's hot from the morning till the evening. But what I was going to say now is with regards to the people, the first thing that I experienced was that they're very straightforward. So don't take offense when they do like tell you exactly this is what they want or how they want it
Yeah.
or when they want it.
Die verkeerde kan maar nie rekord wat jy speel my bra.
Yeah.
Flip side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I hear you.
Maar hulle gaan dit nie so gentle doen nie. Hulle doen dit soos kyk hier so en so en so en klaar.
Yeah.
No, the fuck. What they take. So, excuse me, I don't like your tone of voice. Also
Yeah,
sue,
yeah.
also sue.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, back at the ranch, they're not like that. So I've had like these youngsters coming to me saying, you know what? Especially Bruno. I hope he's listening. He's the wise young guy, but he's just the wisdom of a saint. He was actually integral in me just navigating my way through Spain
Yeah.
without losing my shit. Because let me tell you, it's overwhelming being in a foreign country and you don't have your resources, especially when the thing needs the fan.
Yeah.
Jou ma sit daar nie, jou pa sit
the
daar
shit is the fan. Good shit. Good shit though. Good shit.
Jou boyfriend is sit daar nie.
Yeah.
Jy ken niks numbers nie because
Niks
alles-
burks opgedoen nou nie. Sy
Nee,
praat nou van
meneer.
boyfriends nou. Ek
Nee,
meen man,
nee.
you know,
Ek
I
gaan
call it
op
chickies.
jou werk, op
Yeah,
jou werk.
yeah, but I call it chickies thinking about the French men, you
Right,
know.
right.
You know, Spanish
Hy
men.
bly op die French.
Okay,
Ek
okay,
weet nie wat is
okay.
hy French toe uit? Dis ook 'n French ladder. Dis ook 'n French ladder. Miskien.
These Spanish guys, you know,
Yeah.
it's
But
like when they swear at you, it's kind of sexy. You still fall in love.
No, it's not sexy.
Not sexy.
No, it's still ugly.
Because you
Still
do not
ugly.
understand the language,
See,
so it
see.
sounds sexy, if I may
Yeah.
put it that way. And
But that's always the first thing you learn when you go into a foreign country, the swear words mos.
oh,
So jy weet mos wat is swear words. Hy is die eerste ding wat hulle vir jou leer in enige country. Jy moet weet om te sê.
okay, okay, okay.
Maar like it, don't get
What?
stuck on the Spanish, because Mallorca, where I was, on the island of Mallorca, which forms part of the Balearic Islands. So there's the Canary Islands, and then there's Mallorca, and then of course the mainland of Spain
Yeah.
is Barcelona and Madrid.
Awesome.
So the island is vast. It's like, and we drive from one part of the island to the other. It's like an hour, 2-hour drive. And we work on the hotels on on the entire island. And what's beautiful about it is don't get stuck on the Spanish, because it's Spain, yes, but because it's a vacation island,
Okay.
it's majority tourists. So you have French, German, Swiss, UK, die hele masalas daar.
Kapies.
Die hele masalas daar. Maar as dit kom by die mansmense, jy moet nou check these mense wat op vacation kom, and how often do you get singles coming on a vacation? As meestal couples. So jou bek is uit vir daai mansmense storie. Jy verstaan, jy dan klaar gekappel.
Yeah.
So jy maar weg. Jy
Ja.
maar net weg.
You went there to work.
Yes. It was working holiday.
Did you go there by yourself?
I did. For the first time after 25 years of traveling.
Were you
Not
invited?
traveling.
Were you invited?
No, like I said, I was referred and then I applied.
Oh, you were referred.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I applied and I got the contract, and I courageously went and did it. And it was very overwhelming in the beginning, and now I feel just empowered and re-energized all over again. And like I said in my post when I came back, please encourage your children to go and travel. I don't care where you come from. Ek kom van die Steenbok af. I thought Joburg was overseas when I was young. So dof was ek. And I dare say there's still people like this that think like that, because I wasn't one of those mathematical science. Ek het maths gedryf, maar ek was brilliant in my languages.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's another thing that I advocate for. I'm like against the whole academic thing, because what about our creatives?
Yeah.
We're just as intelligent as everybody else. It's just we don't have that. We're not wired that way.
Yeah.
But if you look at how many creatives are successful, I mean, I'm one of I'm the first colored female to have performed on Broadway in New York 25 years ago.
Yeah.
So that doesn't stop me from being successful. I actually resent it when kids are made to feel stupid because they can't do maths. It's just another thing about South Africa that I'm like, what about that spirit of that child? She's, how does she build on that? And I was fortunate to have teachers who saw that weakness and the strength in me.
Yeah.
And they built on my strengths. And they tried to help me with the weaknesses and manage my weaknesses and build on my strengths. And that's another thing that I just want people to grow, man.
Yeah, man.
And realize that your life is more than just where you are at. Just because you're poor, and I say this very loosely because I'm not saying to the poor people, kyk jy vergiet van alles en gooi jou liewe weg en gaan nou wees. I'm not saying that. I'm saying don't allow your circumstances to dictate your future. Don't say to yourself, I can't do this because I live in Steenberg and I don't have money and I'm not educated and I'm not. Daar's mense wat vir jou kan help. But you must get up from your behind and go do some research. Julle bly op julle phones heel dag 24/7. Gaan Google 'n bietjie. Hoe kom ek Spain toe? I'm South African, go on LinkedIn. Are there jobs for South Africans in Spain? And guess what, there is. I've got a corporate CV as well because obviously I've been in corporate for 20 years with Vodacom.
Okay.
So my corporate CV is on LinkedIn. And since I've been in Spain, I've been getting job requests in the corporate world as well. And that's another door. It's another door for us to explore. And look, don't let money be the deciding factor. Money gaat altyd die deciding factor wees. Ek het so gelag vir die mense wat ek sal nie noem 'n groepie, maar dit het altyd gesê sy dink dat daai mense is beter as ons, maar hulle fly now and pay later. Dis wat hulle doen mos. Daai tipe van mens. But you know what? African believe in it because you can never re-experience that. It's an experience nobody can take it away from you. You can't even put it into money. The things that you are experiencing, how your world is opening, how you see other people navigate through their difficulties. I mean, the sewage system in Spain is a bit questionable. We've had a few people having showers with, just weird stuff happening. Now to us,
vertel van my bietjie van daai weird stuff.
Nee, ek wil nie in detail gaan met daai stuff nie. Mense moet nog sappe eet. But I'm saying it's
Ons braai hier in die Kaap braai ons op 'n Saterdag. So ja.
Nee, but that's what I bedoel, like what we would take for granted, that is a crisis there. It's just priorities are very, very different.
Yeah. What I'm getting is what you're saying to us is, ons dink ons het dit swaar.
True.
Until we go somewhere else and actually find out, hey man, it's not so bad after all in South Africa,
True.
Yeah, but
it's all about educating yourself, and I mean that's another reason why I'm here. As great as it was, I've also had some really bad experiences.
We're gonna take a break now.
Great.
And take a bietjie af
want ek
and make up of sit.
my
And then we can tap into that one.
My accent weer gaan kry want ek het 'n bietjie verloor ook.
We will be back right after this. Alright, you're locked into Skyynet Radio and you're hanging out with yours truly, SKYY and the Black Pearl. And our guest on the couch today is no other than my sister, man, Kim Louie. And before we go back to Kim Louie, Lady Hillary, anything you would like to add to this on the couch?
Yo, we've got a shout out to Kim. Vuvu, love, girlfriend, all the best on your future endeavors, sister.
Thanks, Vuvu.
That comes all the way from SWJ up in Worcester.
Oh, thank you.
He also says that they've got a friend up in Spain, Wayne Vucht. I don't know,
Okay.
they're throwing a name out there just in case you know. Bassie says, good afternoon all and welcome home, Kim.
Thank you.
Let's go to the other side. The other side says Missy A. Missy A says, hey Kimmy, welcome home.
Thanks, Missy.
Bonita Prinsloo. Good evening all. Welcome back home, Kim.
Thanks,
I think
guys.
everyone missed you. And Alcom says, good evening. We've also got Clarence Sloster there. All the way saying, welcome home, Kim.
No Spanish people?
No Spanish people yet.
Oh, so disappointed.
Makes me think about that event we had, and Kim was also part of that event at Zivali's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lekker, Joel.
yeah.
Wanneer gaat ons weer zien?
And you took it over. You took that night over, man. You became MC and everything, and I could only afford to pay you for an hour, but you were there all night, you know. But yeah, it just got me back because most of that welcome home
It's from them.
is from them, yeah,
Oh,
Skynetians.
man. Thank
know.
you, Skynetians.
So yeah, they appreciate you. They
Ik wacht
love
voor die
you.
niks, Joel, dat ik kan uitstikken daar bij jullie.
Sy was nie hier gewees nie.
Ik heb
Ja.
het ding gemist nou, ja.
Sy het dit ding nou gemis, die third anniversary het sy gemis. Sy het lekker gemis,
Hoe
maar
gooi je nog een Joel, man?
next year, man. Next year.
It's festive.
I got the Christmas run coming
Right,
down
right.
on Christmas Day, so I'm running around to get some funds together, you know, in order to do that. So let's get enough of me, man. Let's get back to you, Kimmy.
Yeah.
Your best of times.
Festive times. Must have been my birthday. My birthday is the 15th of August. You guys can diarize that. Thank you very much. Spoken like a true Leo. Yes, I am a Leo.
Ek het niks gekry nie van
Is
jou
it?
nie. Sy het niks vir my gebring daarvan.
My broer is 20. Sy kan net 23 keis bring huis toe. Ek het 'n sak vol fridge magnets. My maat het ook net 'n fridge
Nou die
magnet.
20 case moet mos aan my gewees, die 3 case vir jou.
Nee, ouchie. Ek moet al die windtyd dik klere moet ek huis toe gebring het because
Yeah.
daar is die plek vir ty goed aan.
That's also another issue, traveling, right?
Ja.
You gotta know what to take and what not to take.
See.
You know, there is a kilo
Yeah.
limitation in that. Lady really likes to watch that Australia thingy, man. You know, where they bring all these weird
border.
types of food
Ja,
in there.
ja.
You know,
Yes,
and you're
and
not
they catch
allowed
them.
in there.
Hey, ik was een beetje nervous geweest, jong. Ik was like, do I wrap my bags or is somebody going to stuff something in here?
Yeah.
Because the cops are quite hectic in Spain, hey?
Yeah.
But they're gorgeous.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Jy wil sommer opgesluit wies, man.
Kijk, dis die einde van die interview, man.
No, seriously, Sky.
Ze wil
As
opgestaan.
jy kan nie compare met Suid-Afrika en Spain as dit kom by daai nie. I'm talking NCAIS. Daai, you know where they ripped, man. Even the women. Jesus. Sy's al 2 keer kyk wat hy vir haar am see and they
Koop
you
meer
know, they
ticket,
all-
man. Koop meer
They're
ticket.
all like very neat and like when you look at them, hulle gesig sê sommer don't look at me, don't talk to me, don't think about, don't even think about bribing me, don't even think about daai gesig. Jy moenie eers try om
Ja.
stroom te praat nie, want jy gaan opgesluit wees. Klaar. So hulle lyk sexy, maar hulle is vol dinge. Please know the law. That's the other thing. When you
Yeah.
go to a different country, please
Be clued
go
up.
and Google about the law. And
Google is your bra, sê sy.
see as jou vriend, dit is jou vriend.
Yeah.
And like especially with like you saying, my best experience was my birthday
Yeah.
because there happened to be a flower power festival on the beach that night.
On the beach.
See, everything
Yeah.
happens on the beach.
Die sea.
As
you
net
know,
sea en sand
sea.
in.
Ek
Sea
dink
en
van die
sand.
sea, die sea water, but it's yes.
A
I need to
sea.
get
Oh,
used to that. Sea.
See.
Sea.
See.
So that was the best,
That's
your
the
best time out
because
there.
I was like in the beach, like on the water, in the water at 3:30, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock the morning. I was in the water watching this beautiful, most beautiful sunrise.
Did you hear that, guys?
Ever.
Water. It's not water. It's
Kyk,
water.
Laat ek
Water.
vir die mense educate van die accents to hoor, because I'm not got skiving was now in Blue Root a few days ago. And nou Rick nou baie lekker na 6 maande. But there is a method to my madness, and
Yeah.
I was actually I met some South Africans in Spain. Wat lekker. En toe ek daar kom, toe sê ek, "Nee man, wat gaan aan by julle?
Yeah.
Wat waar af kom julle?
Yeah.
Wat kyk?"
For City.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But it's still very hard for the international ear to latch onto the South African accent. So a lot of the South Africans either switch to an American kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
tang
How you
or
doing?
a UK kind
Yeah.
of tang.
Yeah.
Just so that they can pronounce the syllables properly,
Yeah.
or enough so for the foreigners to catch.
Syllables.
Understand? It has column misunderstandings in Spain, or baie misunderstandings
Okay.
and misinterpretations,
Yeah.
which is what I'm leading to.
Yeah.
So that was my best night.
Your birthday.
My birthday was.
You
my
wanna
best.
share some?
No, no, I think we'll keep it at that.
Give it at that. So that
Yeah.
was your best night. You
Yeah.
spending your birthday.
With a lot of South Africans on the beach.
Baby C.
Sí.
C.
Sí, sí, claro.
With a lot of South Africans.
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't alone there. There was quite a few other
There's a
South
lot of
Africans
them.
also.
There's a lot of them.
What's that other guy's name? Nizam.
Nizam, yes.
Nizam
was
Solomons,
so
right?
me. That's correct.
Yeah, I know he was also up there. I was following
He is.
all through that 6 months, and I was seeing, hey, Dibra ken ek, Dibra was op die Skyynet
Yes,
Radio, you know,
yes.
and I actually felt
Yes.
honored, man, that
Great.
you know that you guys are out there in Spain, and yet I had you here in my humble abode, you know. I felt honored, I did, and
Also,
let's get back to what we were talking about.
Yeah.
You had the best of time
Yes, I did.
right there in
Yeah,
Spain
Yeah.
at your birthday.
Yes.
Your worst of times
Oy,
was
oy.
there?
Yeah, there was quite a few. Like I said, there was one time I think I posted on Facebook where I had some bank troubles. My card for some other reason didn't work, and I got stuck without gas.
I think I saw that one
Yeah.
when you
Yes.
had to get a tow truck or something like
see,
that,
see.
and
And
yeah,
unfortunately, the tow truck, well, the insurance was like to cover taking me to a garage, but it didn't cover putting a tank of petrol in, which was my fault because I kind of pushed it, you know. But the problem with that is that at that time in the morning,
yeah,
nobody could help me. Nobody picked up their phones because it
Yeah.
was like, I mean, everybody's sleeping,
yeah.
you know. And the South Africans that I know, everybody sleep. It was just when you stuck. You if you don't have a good support base, you are stuck.
You're stuck. You're lost in the land of
and
the
it's
lost.
very, very overwhelming, especially if you don't speak the language.
Mm.
Because I think the locals are more prone to being open to you if you at least try and make an effort to learn the basics.
Yeah.
Like sí, claro, or buenos dias, or buenas tardes, good afternoon,
Or
buenas
sí.
noches.
Or see.
Sí. So then they're a bit more open, but otherwise it's not very easy
Yeah.
to get out of the shit, you know.
Okay.
So that was one bad experience, and then the other was being in Barcelona, not having any money. So this is due to being paid late or whatever. There's different rules and stuff you know,
Yeah.
over there. But like I think if you think South Africa is slow, you got another
Unlike-
thing coming.
You mean
It's like-
unlike the events you do in Cape Town, when you come into the event, here's your money before you go do your thing, and there we go.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
it doesn't roll like that.
Well, it's like different pay dates. It's different cycles. Because it's a different language, the communication is not like what you'd like it to be.
Yeah.
So you can't kind of protect yourself. Even if you're trying to be proactive and be like 2 steps ahead, I think the language barrier is a big, big challenge. Because either people don't understand you, or they don't take you seriously,
Yeah.
or you just get exploited, like basically. And that is a sad thing, because, and that's why I'm saying to guys going over to Spain or anywhere, not
Yeah.
even Spain, anywhere, read up about the country's laws, read up about their statutes of work. What is their basic conditions of employment?
Yeah.
For your environment, how many hours are you meant to work? What is the benchmark salary for the environment that you're working in? I'm not just talking about singing, I'm talking about anything when you're going overseas.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, now I'm coming back to the singing environment. That's Klom Suid-Afrikaners, because why? We are talented. We are talented beyond belief. And I believe that the overseas people know this.
Yeah.
But if you have a responsibility as a South African to educate yourself, because otherwise you're going overseas and you're not making it easier for the rest of us. There's some of the stuff that we have overcome here in South Africa already. To now go and experience it overseas in a first world country is just pathetic.
Yeah.
You know? And I feel that maybe it has to do with that mentality of that we are less. You know, we're lesser than European countries.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because of that,
And
we're
how we
prepared to
feel
go
the
with the
same.
status quo instead
Yeah.
of challenge the system. So, and that is what I want to say. Go and educate yourself so that when you do challenge the system, you're talking from a point of facts.
Yeah.
And you can confidently say, no, this does not work for me. This doesn't sound legit. You know, like silly things. Don't go and sign a contract in Spanish. It's not legal for you to sign a contract that's not in your mother tongue.
Yeah, you
So-
don't even know the language, Anna.
Yes, but now
why are you signing this?
Because you have this mentality of they know better.
Yeah,
Do you
okay,
understand
yeah,
that?
yeah.
And I acknowledge that, even after having traveled, like after 25 years. And that's what I'm saying. Just use some common sense, and if you don't know, listen to what I'm saying too, and take some notes, because it will definitely like help you with stuff like one, do a crash course. Duolingo is an app that I used before going to Spain, just to catch the little bits. Ask for a frequently asked questions page when you come there. Like, I spent 6,000 Rand in my first week of being there, because I didn't know to, and I know this sounds really dumb, but I haven't been traveling for 25 years. I didn't go and change my money
Yeah.
to euros. So I was swiping lekker op my Capitec card, and ek gaan Burger King toe, and there was 3 guys that came with me that never had money, and they were hungry, so I bought them burgers. Almost said, that's what we do.
Yeah.
And it wiped me out completely. So if I feel like if you're in a situation where there's no orientation or debriefing, ask for a frequently asked questions page that you can just see, okay, this is like helpful hints when you just hit this new country. That's one thing. The other thing was it was the money, driving on the other side of the road, and the steering wheel's on the left hand
On
side.
the left hand side.
So driving was hectic for me, and you know, like, you're driving through farm roads with no lights,
Yeah.
and the passenger, like, if you do have a passenger, that passenger sitting so, because now you don't aim for the outside line, you aim for the middle.
Yes.
Né? Maar die middel is baie overwhelming vir my, want hier kom 'n kar aan en ek sit nou die kant. So now you go to the edge, then the other sitting in the passenger seat is like, yay, ons gaan aan die pad hierso. So that is very, very overwhelming. Read up about that, and also, like, even though you get an international driver's license, go and familiarize yourself with their rules. Because, like, Spain, for example, is just a whole lot of circles in one ways. It's one way up en one way down. En as jy die one way mis, dan moet jy ry tot die volgende sirkel om weer op hy pad te kom. So when it comes to parking, a nightmare. You're gonna spend another 5 to 6 Ks just trying to find a parking.
You serious?
Yes, serious. So that you need to be aware of their laws and their rules. You're not allowed to eat in the car when you're driving. You can get fined.
Oh.
Yeah, so no phones and no eating and drinking and nothing to distract you from that.
En ons lyk soms ons 'n padkos.
Verstaan
You
jy?
know?
And they're actually very law-abiding citizens. I think that it's very frustrating because the people will drive 60 kilometers in a 60 kilometer zone.
Yeah.
It's his laat, it will be vehicle, you know. And then they also have very strange rules. Like with the cyclists just own the roads there.
Oh yeah.
And when you driving
It's a cycling
in the
country, ain't it?
it's a
Spain.
cycling country,
Yeah.
definitely. And so now when you're driving and there's a group of them, you have to circumvent them at least 2 meters away.
Oh.
But now if you've got traffic coming from that side, dan moet jy wag. Want die cyclist het right of way nie jy nie.
Ah.
Dan is 'n hele traffic jam, 'n hele treintjie agter jou.
Soos die walkers hierso
Yes.
in die Kaap. Die mense wat loop in die pad, hulle dink hulle own die pad.
No, that's in Spain.
Yeah?
In Spain, the pedestrian has the right of way, not the car.
Okay.
You can be going over a circle, you stop your car because the pedestrian don't even look, hulle loop.
Oh,
They
man.
have right of way. And they cause so much traffic jams, because now you got a circle, no? Here's a pedestrian crossing, here's a pedestrian crossing. Nou kom jy kom oor. Ek stop vir jou. Maar nou daar agter kom 20 toeristen. Nou loop hulle. Now you must wait for them. Then the lunge start. Nou kom jy eventually in die circle, dan is daar nog 'n pedestrian crossing. Dan staan jy in die circle, you're stuck, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
So it's really crazy. Then the other thing is there is no consulate in Mallorca. The closest consulate is in Barcelona, and I stand under correction here. I tried to look for an embassy and stuff like that, but I stand on correction because I heard this from someone, so I'm not sure if it is true, that South Africa doesn't have a treaty with Spain. So that's why there isn't a consulate or an embassy there. So kind of we don't have relations with Spain,
Yeah.
kind of a thing. Which I believe we should have, especially since there's a lot of us there. And we bring in the
Especially for the
spice.
police. The guys, they need to have. So I think you should have a word with Mr. Ramaphosa. If he's still in the seat next year.
Let us not go there. Let us not go there. And then, of course, what was very real for me was there's no colored. There's black and there's white.
Okay.
And it was very refreshing. And I finally understood that whole... what's that black power thing that was going around? I finally understood it.
Black Lives Matters.
That thing. Because it
Het
wasn't
jy vir my
about...
gehoor? Het jy vir my gehoor? Black Lives Matters. Het jy-
I'm
Sinds
rubbing
jy-
off on you.
Ja, man, ja. Black Lives Matters.
Over Spain. Hulle soek DJs daar. Ek sê maar net
Spain, I'm coming, man.
So yeah, that kind of thing. That's very important that there isn't a relationship. So let's get something going.
Yeah.
You know? Let's get something going. But yeah, read up, educate yourself, people,
Yeah,
please.
they took the ambassador out of Israel, so they can just send him to Spain. You know?
True. Have a nest egg. Have a nest egg, especially because of that not being paid on time for whatever reason or not getting your full amount of money or whatever. It's just easier to have something
Or hy
stashed
kaap se
somewhere.
stylus daar ook.
Is daar, my broer?
Hy
Is
pay
daar?
so pay. Vat so lank so, ek het nie soveel gemaak nie. Die event was nie successfully. That's you still get that.
I'm saying
I thought that's only in
everything
Cape Town.
is relative. That's what I'm saying. You think that we are unique in the struggles
Yeah,
that we go
man.
through and in the way that we treat people, but daar is slange daar, hier slange hier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's what the choices that you make. Can you live with the negatives?
Yeah.
Or like, nah, I'm out of here, I'm coming back.
Yeah.
You
So
say-
what you saying?
I can't
You
live with the negative. I'm going back.
You
There's
say,
no
here's
freaking way.
rattlesnakes, these anacondas.
Verstaan jy.
Just a different snake.
There's a klomp baie different snakes
This
there,
is
but
not-
let us not go into that conversation.
Hello, it's not that type of interview, okay? Okay, the cops has taken over. So what you're saying is better the devil you know than the devil you
see,
don't.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See. Yeah, I see.
And the other thing, okay, now going to the positives, I think I've covered all the negatives,
Yeah.
really. Know who you're going to work for. don't do things in a language that you don't understand. Don't sign stuff that you don't understand. Insist on meeting who you're working with. Try and get to know, like learn some Spanish, or whatever country you're going to. Try and learn the basics so that you can at least
So English
save
do not
yourself.
help you in actual fact.
Well, I think Spanish is actually the second or third most spoken language in the world. I didn't know that either until I got there. So, unfortunately,
Dan
in
wil
that-
dan wil hulle
no.
kosa issue maak hier.
But that is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I found it offensive at first
Yeah.
because you don't want to speak to me because I'm speaking English.
Yeah.
But at the same time, why don't you learn my language? Because this is my country. You're coming to my country.
Yeah.
So why don't we do it here? Why are we so scared to do it here? And you know, like there in Spain, even though I'm a foreigner, when you're working in Spain and contributing to Spain, the locals that work there as well, they have such a nice rapport with you. Like, okay, like I go do my nails or whatever, and then she's like, oh, so you're on cantante, which is a singer. And I'm like, yes, I'm on cantante. Oh, okay, discount for you. And anybody you refer, you know, that kind of thing. And which makes it like, and then for the tourists, I need to explain this from like in both sides. Then from the tourists, they have like tourist taxes. So like you as a local, you're not paying the tourist amount or prices.
Yeah.
You paying normal, but they can identify Jay is van hier nie.
Oh,
So
tourist
ons
pays
set 'n tax
extra.
op jou.
Okay.
See.
Okay.
Like we pay different. Like I took a ferry to Barcelona,
Yeah.
but now the residents will pay a different price to the foreigners.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why don't we do that?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like we have this rich, this country that's so rich in natural minerals and resources, and we exporting this stuff and like and we're not even, you know, capitalizing on it, for lack of a better word. We're not saying you guys are coming to our country, your currency is so much better than ours, you can help us, but yet we're putting that same price on our own people.
Yeah.
Which is just
Yeah, you put
doesn't
the
make
burden
sense.
on us.
It doesn't
You know,
make
paying
sense.
we paying their taxes.
Yes.
You know.
It doesn't make sense. And I'm like, customs also, they so like pedantic. We're the only country that let anybody in for nothing.
Yeah.
En
Just
sê,
the other
"Kom
day,
maar kom met al jou electronics en al daai goedes en maak nie saak nie. It's just come. Stick uit jou bank dan. There
other-
you can't. You must pay a tax. Like unless you have a European
Yeah.
citizenship, then you'd like the customs thing goes, but somehow. And I also speak under correction because like this is not just meeting different like tourists and stuff and speaking to them. But as jy moet betaal op daai electronic ding wat jy gaan uitbring. You know, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't understand why we operate like that. And we've got so much more to give. The climate, the landscape is very much like Cape Town.
Yeah.
Is lekker groen en coastal. Die water is badwater. Dit is die enigste difference. Muizenberg se water, nee. Nee.
Okay.
That is like, no, literally. It's
Yeah.
like bath water. You can swim any time of the day.
Okay.
The places are the suburbs, like 20 minutes apart. The suburbs to drive.
Yeah.
But there's farm area wherever you go. So everything is concentrated on the coast of the island, on the coastal. So and jy moet nie geraas maak nie. Is 'n baie stil dorpie.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're like, because it's so hot, everybody stays behind shutters the whole day and it's very quiet. Because and I kind of agree with it because there's enough bloody places on the beach to go make a noise. You
Kimmy.
know?
Yeah, Kimmy.
Yeah.
Any squatter camps out there?
Daar's niks arme mense nie.
Are you serious?
I saw vagrants in Barcelona for the first time, and that was towards the end of my trip. But in Mallorca, I never saw poor people. You don't like you have. I think I maybe saw one charity shop. But it's because they look after the
Each other,
residents
yeah.
like that
Yeah.
in that financial way. They look after the people like the discounted traveling or free traveling or da. You know, it just makes so much sense and it takes so much pressure off from you
Yeah.
that there's a definite for me class distinction. There's like the rich and then there's no
Bottom.
there's no bottom. There's like rich and middle class.
Middle
In my
class.
opinion,
Yeah,
my
okay.
humble opinion.
Yeah.
And I've only just seen Mallorca.
Okay.
You know, but me, Daar's nie van mense wat op die strate lê nie en beg nie and nothing.
Ah.
And you know how beautiful it is? During the day, because there's a lot of traffic and a lot of tourists and stuff, like there's gonna be dirt and smoking because you can smoke anywhere and da 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 da. And then you go sleep and everything happens while you're sleeping. The dirt people come 3 o'clock in the morning. The street vans that clean the streets come that you wake up to a brand new country.
Wow.
It's so
Wow.
it's so amazing.
South Africa was like that.
Was.
South Africa was like that. You know?
Was ja, daai toe die melkie nog die
Yes.
melk gebring het in die glasbottels.
Ja.
Hy was mos 5, 6 o'clock in die
Die
oggend.
brommers het gewek 3 o'clock in nag, you know?
Yes.
As jy opstaan, as jy
Yes.
vullisblok skoon
That's
en dan,
right.
you know.
That's right.
South Africa was like that, you know?
why
I
we-
remember.
But the crime is, look, the selling point for me of overseas Europe is the crime. The crime. There is no crime. I lost my phone 3 times and it was returned to me.
Wow.
It's that safe. I mean,
Yes.
like, as a woman, I embraced my body because the woman's body is celebrated. Jy kan nie in 'n G-string gaan loopie en dan hier in die Kaap as jy jou lekker vet hol of jou lekker tette of iets soos dat, daar word jy opgesluit. It's a no-no. You don't speak to women like that.
Is
Or
that
you don't
because of
treat
the-
women like that.
Is it
The law.
no crime and things like that? Is that because of the system that's
The
been put
law
in place?
is very good there. Like the law enforcement is really good. They've got like police and they've got like a guardia civil. They've got
Everything is in place.
They don't take shit from nobody. But let me get back to the body thing, man. Because the first time,
I
like,
tried to get you away from the body
nee,
thing,
ek
you
wil
know.
celebrate my
I
body.
was- I
Los
was-
van my. Ek
Eers
my
word die
feet.
polisie as jy so interview nie en nou sit die bodies en toe ek hoor G-string toe wil ek mos in die bad sit te daar mos
Ja, maar that's belangrik, Sky, because you know what? For me, as a bigger woman, I've always had body issues. I've always like I want to wear certain things, and I mean I even looked at you like growing up. You've been very confident in your body, and I've like would shy away from things because of this idea in my mind of what beauty is.
Ja.
And Spain just wiped that out for me. Completely out. It doesn't matter what color you are, how whether you're fat, thin, tall, short, whether you got dimples, whether you don't have an ass, at Maki Saki, at jy daai G-string wil aantrek, at trek jy hom aan.
Ja.
En jy loop in die pad met hy G-string.
Al in die myne.
Jy loop in die main road. Jy loop hier 2 meters voor jou is daar G-string. And you know, it's not a it's so common that it's not a hi kyk daar.
It's not a thing.
It's not a thing.
Yeah.
And it's so liberating.
Hallo het
Because-
julle vir Kim gesien? Kyk, look daar so
The
in Darling
G-string.
Street.
Mos.
Ja.
Mos. En ek het al klaar nou St. James toe gegaan nou die ander
Ja,
dag
jy
met
weet en as die
G-string.
storie uitkom by jou maat, jy kaal ongeluk.
Oeh,
En die
ja.
storie.
Nee, my ma
baie
sal
keer gechange mos.
my ma celebrate klip gehad oor my liberation, moet jy nie worry nie. Sy celebrate my G-string. Sy's net, "Yay, Kim, yay, lekker hola." Sy weet mos ons mense.
Ja.
So that is a wonderful. I really appreciated that. What do I want to say? Please take spending money. So spices, food, music, and the nightlife. Spices, guys. South Africa. Hulle sê mos you throw the spices in until your ancestors say stop. This is Europe. It's very different. They're very health conscious, and
Yeah.
I think it's also because of the heat. That you don't eat as much. I mean, like in Mallorca, we used to wake up at 11 o'clock in the morning and then go have breakfast, and you have lunch. Siesta is from 3 till 5. Jy moet gaan slaap, gaan frik, die alles maak toe. Gaan slaap, gaan vat 'n nap. Whether it's the bank or whatever, it's at maak toe.
Oh.
And then you have dinner.
Is that 3 to 5
3
the
to
afternoon?
5 the afternoon? See?
That is like lunchtime?
See? And then your dinner is like 9, 10 o'clock later in the season is like 10 o'clock.
Okay.
But the sun only sets at about 9 earlier in the season.
Yeah.
And then it sets a bit later, later in the season. But and they eat a lot of bread. is brood en like daai chorizo, but soos ons al sê polony, die verskillende polonies, hulle eet nie brood en polony, maar dit is nie polony. It's that like, you know, that Parma ham and the Italian shaved goeders en daai goed. En kyk die ander ding van die kos.
Ja.
Sy baklei nie met die vleisie. Daai vleis baklei nie terug. You know, yeah, you must like you bite into a piece of chicken, dan moet jy kou.
Ja.
Ek weet
Jou
nie,
tande
daai-
kom saam uit.
Daai animals, daai skapies, ek weet nie, hulle is siek because everybody's very chilled.
As hy
Ek dink
hoe
hulle is baie chilled.
Hulle het
you know?
baase tegen gehad.
Ja. So
Ja.
hulle byt nie terug het sê vir hulle byt nie.
Ja.
It just melts in your mouth. Everything is like
We got Daravis that says, daar word kaal gelê op die beach.
mos.
And it's really open and safe. Nightlife is
Lovely.
the best.
Daravis is from Germany.
Daravis is
Oh,
in
wow.
Germany, yes.
Well, I hope to see you in Spain next year, buddy.
Ja,
You better come out and meet me.
also Renee Lynn Isaac says lekker Kimmy.
Baie lekker. Mense, if you can travel, I say again, if you can get your children to travel, kan hulle do it. Because I'm promising you, ons kinders sometimes is ungrateful. Hulle wil meer hê as wat hulle het. Maar hulle weet nie wat aangaan daar aan die kant nie.
Yeah,
You know, and you, like I said, you either come back and you appreciate what you have,
yeah.
or you go there and you say, "Nah, I'm gonna make a run for this now. Watch me." En dis wat ek gaan doen. Watch me.
Yeah.
Watch me.
Got any plans of going back?
I'm definitely going back. There's
Definitely.
no way that I have still a lot of traveling left in me.
Yeah.
It's
There's no way
easier.
you're gonna buy 2 beers for $100 here.
Hell no.
Nah.
Nee, en eiers ook nie.
Ja, dat zijn nog wel dampies, né? Dat kleintjes.
Nee man, Sky man. En jy weet mos ons mense hou van that is part. Okay, yes it is unfortunately a direct result of apartheid, the dop system. Maar dit was altyd hoe ons goedes gaan. Ons moet mos
Release the tension.
verstaan jy. Now they want to come make it so expensive. Nee, You can't do that.
Nah, you can't.
Any edges is dear. No.
I'd rather have water.
And there you can like buy alcohol at every shop on the corner.
Okay.
You don't have liquor stores.
Oh.
You know? Soos even by die pharmacy kan jy
By die Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, they close their liquor sales at a certain time, like everybody.
Okay.
But it's accessible.
Hmm.
Nee, maar in a nutshell, I definitely will be back. Definitely. You see different beaches, like just doing this as a working vacation was the best experience ever. And like even the driving wasn't a problem because you
Yeah.
get to see a different place every time. And the rotation, the tourists come in like every week there's a different lot coming in. So you're constantly meeting different people and you constantly hearing different things, and like there were people that were from the Ukraine that was going through the war at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met an Israeli that just came out of Israel right now.
Yeah.
He couldn't get out.
Yeah.
And it's and then you listen and you're like,
Wow.
Yeah.
really? In Oz complain? And I think sometimes we just need a wake up call.
Yes.
Because I think
We
sometimes
certainly do.
we just need a wake up
certainly
call.
do, man.
And we need to be inspired. Either a wake up call or we need to be inspired to elevate and to keep on elevating our children and inspiring them
Yeah.
to, and like just helping them. If Google for hulle.
Yeah. You know, our youngsters tend to think, you know, there's nothing out there for them. That's why they go into the drugs and they go stand on the corner. They get involved with gangsterism, and little do they know there's a world out there.
A big, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful world with a lot of beautiful people.
Ja.
Really.
Ek hoor die Spanjaarde girls is baie smaklik.
Sky.
Darwies says
Xavier is also, they look like us. We look like them.
oh,
We are gorgeous. We are a gorgeous nation.
we are beautiful.
And
man. We're beautiful.
and you know, like even just saying that there's a lot of gorgeous women in Spain, saying that we are gorgeous,
Yeah.
it's that idea of beauty that we've put in our own brains.
Absolutely.
You know?
You know, I'm the most gorgeous man on earth.
Of course you are.
I am,
Hoe
man.
hulle gaan vir jou opet daar in Spain. Moet jy nie worry nie. En is daar se make-up in, hè?
So Darwies
arm.
wil jou e-mail hê.
Oh, sure, you can give it to him.
Yeah.
No.
No, you'll have to. I'm not.
Oh, okay. Well, he can.
I
he
do
can
not want to be the middleman here.
He can inbox me. So yeah, look, I need to, before we even say goodbye, I need to say happy birthday to Romain.
Yeah.
You know, you guys know Romain is my all-time buddy. Romain
Zeg dat die was een
Barrera
number
Lloyd.
singing.
I'm not singing today because I've got a bit of a frog in my throat. Let me try and sing happy birthday. Is that okay?
Yes. Awesome. Man.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Romain. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mama Fabush.
There we go. Kim, it was an absolute honor and hearing your experiences in Spain, man.
Thank you.
You know, and opening up our eyes, letting us know, you know what, you think you got it bad. There's a lot of people out there that really has it bad.
True.
You know, and for our youngsters out there, man, seek and you shall find.
True.
If I can put it that short and sweet.
And yeah, ask. Don't be scared to ask. I mean,
Yeah.
even me, if you want to inbox me, ek kan net ja of nee sê. Hy het my
Yeah.
ma altyd gesê, die mense kan net ja of nee sê. So I can say no, I can't help you. I don't know about this.
Yeah.
But maybe I can refer you to somebody.
Yeah.
Maar as jy vir my gaan bowl in my inbox, dan gaan ons 'n probleem hê. Dan gaan ons 'n probleem hê. So no, hello beautiful en altyd goed te sien.
How are you today? Wat maak jy? Te ken mos hy moet wat maak jy?
Just get straight to the point.
WMJ.
Because I use Facebook for business. You can't say goodbye to me. I've still got a few gigs coming up, so I want people to come and support me as well.
Yeah, let's talk about that gigs.
See.
All right. Tell
wanna-
the people where you're gonna be and what's it all about.
Okay, so on the 6th of December, I don't know why I'm stuck on August, 6th of August.
No,
Since I've gone
man.
back.
It's gone. It's
don't know why.
forgotten.
I don't know why.
We're entering December now.
True. So on the 6th of December, guys, is my welcome back party at Madeiras. Madeiras have just been so amazing. They've been a loyal supporter before I left, and
Yeah.
they just couldn't wait for me to come back and say, Kim, we're doing this as a welcome party. So on
Okay.
the 6th of December at Madeira in Deep River, there's no cover charge. So please, people, you have to book your tables because they only have a limited capacity. And I am bringing with me two guest artists, South Africans from Spain, living in Spain. The one's name
Sisters
is...
for the Bruce and Bruce for the sisters.
Ek sê maar net,
Ja.
if not, why not? So, Marcelino Damian, he's been in Spain for 14 years.
Wow.
He's totally, he speaks Spanish like he
Fluently.
lives.
So he's no
Yeah.
Spaniard.
He's a Spaniard.
Okay.
And
Citizenship?
originally from Delft, Bonteheuvel they moved to Bonteheuvel
Yeah.
and been living in Spain.
Delft.
He's-
And you know, people think about Delft. Hey, man.
Yeah.
You know?
It's awesome mentality.
Yeah,
It's
mindset.
We put ourselves in our own prisons.
Yeah.
So I'm very proud of him. He was the 2014 The Voice Spain semi-finalist.
Yeah.
So I'll be putting some stuff out on social media
Yeah.
leading up to the 6th of December.
Awesome.
And then also a young guy by the name of Garth Fields, who I can't share too much about his future prospects. He's going to
Okay.
have to do that. But he's claimed to fame in Spain for, I think, the past 2 or 3 seasons.
Anyway, you can get him to the studio before you do the event.
Definitely. No, not before. I might be able to get Garth here.
Yeah.
So Garth is a Michael Jackson tribute artist, and he is phenomenal.
In the singing or the dancing?
Alles.
Okay,
Alles.
man.
Maar dis wat ek wil sê. That is why I'm here.
Yeah.
There's such a lot of South Africans, Mitchells Plain, Bonteheuvel, Delft, Steenberg, Rieteriet. Wat celebrities is daar?
Yeah.
But our own people don't know them. En
Yeah.
ek is sad daaroor.
Yeah.
Ek is sad.
You know,
So I want you guys to come out on the 6th of December.
Yeah.
Come to Madeiras. We'll be there. You'll get to meet them. They're going to do some songs. They'll also be with me on the 7th of December at UWC. And then we're also hoping to have another function on the 9th. Let me just get that at Algarve Restaurant
The 8th
in Kells
December.
River.
8th.
Let me just get this right before I,
Yeah, I
give
know
the
about
wrong
the 8th.
information. But it's changed. It's changed
okay,
to the
okay.
7th. So Algarve is the 7th. Madeira is the 6th.
So the 7th, that's on a Thursday night, right?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So, all the northern suburbs people, please,
Yeah.
same thing. I think it's 100 Rand a ticket in Kells River. But please book your tables ahead of time. Because I would really love, and all the South Africans, Spanish artists that have now come back, if you want to be a part of this, please contact me. I have reached out to a few of you via WhatsApp. If you want to be a part of this, please let me know. And to Cape Town, this is your opportunity to motivate yourself by coming to see what your children are doing overseas.
Yeah, man.
You know, what your people are doing overseas. So bring your kids, bring the youngsters, let us motivate and inspire them. Let them come and talk to the guys after the show and ask questions like, how did you do this? What are you doing that? I mean, they are recording over there. They're releasing songs. They're creating music. And I'm so sad that we don't know about it, that we don't have this relationship with Spain enough so to be able to have bragging rights on our own people doing these wonderful things over there. So I will be doing my utmost best while I'm here in town to be doing interviews with different radio stations about this.
Awesome.
Because I firmly believe that if we're obviously good enough for our talent, so we're good enough to be bragged about and looked after when we are in foreign countries.
Kim, I'm absolutely honored having you back home and you choosing Skyynet
Thank you,
Radio
man.
to be the first radio
First
station.
one. Mos my community mos.
Yeah,
Sy
the
kom,
first one,
charity
you know.
begins at home mos.
Absolutely. Jy weet
Eerste.
ons het daai mentality.
Ja.
Charity begins at home, man.
Sy hou veel plat eers met jou mense, dan kan sy vir jou gaan kwaai hou met die ander mense. Wat
Absolutely.
niks vir jou gedoen het nie, maar
Yeah.
my community is altyd daar vir my.
Yeah.
Whenever I go, I mean, even like you guys know I've been through some stuff personally. Who took me back? It was my community.
Yeah.
So, we need to just maintain that. Bou die nasie man, op Bakali. Is festive. You
So
know?
guys, come and support Kim and the rest of the gang.
Yes, please.
South Africans, man, South Africans, and like Kim said, that our overseas people are
Raving.
honoring the guys and all that, and we as South Africans, we do not even support our own. You know, it just tells a lot about us. We should be proud. We should celebrate our people. You know,
True.
support our people, man, and they are doing wonderful things overseas. We don't get to see it, you know, but yeah, man, you got a chance to see it right now in your hometown.
True.
So you will be at Madeiras,
Madeira is the 6th and Algarve on the 7th. The 8th.
the 8th. What happened to the 2nd?
No, that is St. Anne's Home for Abused Women and Children is on the 2nd of December.
Yeah.
That is, you guys know that I'm the ambassador for St. Anne's Home for Abused Women and Children. So they, I always do their breakfast.
Okay.
And guys, the tickets are 200, but everybody that knows me, I've spoken to you guys about this breakfast. This is the breakfast where you come home with a lot of stuff. Jy kom home met
Lunch and supper.
nie van tiny because ek praat van klere. Let me
Okay.
just say, go. This is the one fundraiser you need to be at. The 200 Rand is going to be nothing
Compared to what you will be
leave there
leaving with,
because
yeah.
they're very well supported and they do really, really good work for the
Yeah.
community. I mean, they're one of the only shelters that not only takes the woman in, but the children as well.
Oh.
And for me, many years ago, that would have been a lifesaver.
Yeah.
Because who were you going to go to with 3 kids?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I've supported them since 2014 when I was working for Vodacom, and we just haven't dropped that relationship. And I will continue to work for more shelters that take women and their children in South Africa.
Yeah. Kim, keep me updated on everything, man, and I'll
Thank
drop
you.
it and I'll tell the listeners all about
Thank you,
it.
Sky.
Any poster that you make, send it to me, man.
And
I'll
thank
share
you
it.
for being your awesome real self. Whenever I see you, you know, you're exactly the same. You accept me and you welcome me for who I am. And I don't feel like I have to be anybody else around you. And that's very unique. And thank you very much for doing this. I know it's been hard because we are one of those that don't allow our circumstances to dictate our future. It doesn't mean it's easy.
Kyk, jy, ons is nie gemaak om
As-
te breekie.
Verstaan jy?
You know?
So thank you for what you're doing. And I speak a lot about you and your radio station to a lot of
Yeah.
people that I meet.
Yeah.
Because if you can do it, then why can't the next person do it?
Exactly.
It's
That is
magic.
the exact message what I
That's
try to
it.
give over
That's
to
it.
them, you know. If a guy that was abusing drugs for 30 plus years, man, can take himself out of there and create something out of nothing,
Beautiful.
you
Not
know,
something
then
beautiful.
you can do it too, you know.
You can.
You can, man. Thank you for being my friend, man. Just thank you. I
Eierlie
love
vir
you, I
julle.
love you,
Eierlie
sister.
vir julle twee.
Met hy bikini en alles.
Ja, jy gaan
En
met G-string
G-string en alles.
Stick uit Museburg
Ja.
Beach, St. James en Fischhoek mense. Dis my beaches.
I want to say to the listeners, thank you for tuning in today and listening to Kim's journey
Yes,
story.
thank you so much.
And this won't be the last we hear of her. And
You're putting it on YouTube though, hey?
yes, I'm going to
So
drop it on
please,
YouTube
if
in an
people
hour's
can
time.
share, if people can share and just get the word out, I'd really appreciate that, because if we can educate and empower each other, then we stop making the mistakes of the past.
Yeah.
I think it's our responsibility to do that.
Okay. Thank you so much, my love. Until you come to the studio again, and we'll speak soon. Ladies and gents, that was Kim Louie, the queen of the Cats and the Kings.
Thank you.
Yeah, right.
You better hear what I'm saying. Don't be too blind to see it. Tune in to Skyynet Radio. Kim Sims said so.
We are a few minutes late, but rather late than never. DJ Dion in the house, ladies and gents. Enjoy.
Set your system's volume control for slightly above the normal listening level.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing
the most powerful and feared man in the music business.
DJ Dion.